Hello, friends, and welcome to a special look at something we've been waiting for all summer, Rossi. Town have won a game. We were waiting for that. And now the FIFA ratings are out. This is massive news. Personally, I've not played FIFA for about 10 years, maybe aging myself. But luckily, I've got Ross Halls with me to break it all down and talk in depth about the ratings and what you think about them. Ross, I guess the first question, of course, will be straight away. Who is Town's top-rated player, and is it the right choice?
Yeah, I think this is the obvious choice, and it is Bertrand Selena. Well, I think he was the marquee signing of the summer, and he's played for big clubs, and he's played in the French division top flight. So 72 overall, I think is pretty good for League One. For a League One player, that is probably the best you're going to get at this level. And yeah, I think people will be very excited to play Bertrand Selena on the game.
What, just for a reference point of view, who I assume the top player in the game is what, Messi, Ronaldo, someone like that? What kind of ratings are they getting?
So I think Messi's got 93, Ronaldo's probably 92, 91. Mbappe, the front cover star of FIFA, he's in the 90s as well. So they're the top end players. Of course, we're League One football. So 72, as I said, that is a good rating to have. But unfortunately, we have no players in the 90s. Maybe.
But 72 is not bad for League One, is it? I mean, would you say that that's the right call for Selena to be the top-rated player for Town so far?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was looking back at the other generations of FIFA he's been in, and I think his highest he was 74. And of course, last year, he didn't do so well at Dijon because they got relegated and other stuff. But I think that's a good call for 72 for Selena, and I think that will grow if he has a good season with us. And yeah, we'll wait and see if he does sign permanently, but that's probably going a bit too much into the future.
Okay, so Selena's top rated. Number 2 is something of a surprise. Certainly when I saw the list, I wouldn't have put this man at number 2. Who's the second highest rated, Rossi?
Christian Walton. I'm not surprised, to be fair, because he's coming from a Premier League side in Brighton. Last year, he didn't actually go out on loan last year, so he pretty much was their reserve keeper. But 71, I think that is fantastic for League One for a goalkeeper. I'm sure he'll be a popular player to use. The problem with the first 2 players, they're loan players. So for like career mode players, they're going to be going at the end of that season. So to buy them permanently, they could be expensive. But 71 is pretty good. I think his highest rating he's had in FIFA generations is 72, 73. So he's gone down 1. But for League One, as I said, that is very good for this level. And one good thing about Walton, he has 2 traits in the game. He's a solid player, and he comes for crosses. With corners in the game, and players of FIFA will know this, you can score so many goals with from set pieces. So hopefully he'll come for crosses and catch the ball, but also could be out of position as well, and they may score. But that's a good trait to have for a goalkeeper.
He hasn't got good shot stopper trait then, because that's something that all keepers seem to have anyway.
No, sadly not.
Okay, let's round out the top 3 then. Number 3 is probably not a surprise. Another one of the late deadline day signings. It's Mr. Morsey, isn't it?
Yeah, Sam Morsey. Good card. 70 overall. I think that's been his card for the last few years. He's got 87 aggression, which, you see highlights of him. That is not a surprise there. He has 2 traits, and I think you'll like the first trait. He dives into tackles.
Yes.
So if you're a big tackler in the game, boom, get in there. And he's also got the leadership trait. So for obvious reasons, because he's the captain, and just a great card overall. And once again for League One, what a start for these 3 players in the 70s. It's very rare to see. I don't think you'll get many League One clubs on FIFA that will have players over 70. Maybe just 70 or 69, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, so the top 3 there, Selena 72, Walton 71, and Morsey 70. They're the only 3 players in the 70s. Then you drop a couple, don't you, down to the 68s, and there's a few players in that 68 group, isn't there?
Yeah, so you've got Fraser, Evans, Chaplin. Hopefully I got that right. But they're good solid players in League One. Fraser, the standout stat is stamina, 90 stamina. He can play week in, week out. If you've got 3 games in the week, and weirdly on FIFA, near the Christmas period, sometimes you play on the 24th of December, then you play on the 26th of December. In real life, that won't happen, but on the game, it just weirdly schedules the fixtures out. So he'll be happy to play. He has 3 traits as well. He's got a long shot taker. So we've got actually a lot of traits like that for players who like to take long shots. So if you like to just take shots outside the area or from the halfway line, He could be scoring a lot of goals, but he's got a playmaker trait and a technical dribbler. But Fraser, overall, that is a fantastic card for League One. Lee Evans, 4-star weak foot, which is good to see. He's got 4 traits as well. Lee Evans has got a really good card. He's got leadership, long passer, long shot taker, and he's a playmaker too. So overall, Lee Evans is a pretty good card.
He's doing all right. I think there's another couple, isn't there, on 68? Edmondson and the boy Edwards, which I'd imagine has scope to improve greatly during the season.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is early days on the ratings. They'll improve throughout the season. Edmondson has got 87 strength. He's a good card. He's the fridge. He's got the power header trait, so he'll be scoring a lot of corners for you. And then, Carl Edwards, 4-star skill moves. He's a player that you're going to be doing the skills with. He will be a popular player, I think, for Town fans to use. He has the flair and technical dribbler traits. So, as I said, people will be just using him for skills and down the wings and all that stuff. And I want to quickly mention Chaplin as well. He's got some really good stats. And he's also got a finesse shot trait, which I love to use. It's just one of those where finesse. Yeah. I just love to use that. And I'm sure a lot of other people will use that too.
Okay, so that's the 68s. 67, there's a few on there, isn't there? There's Coulson, Pigott, who I believe is one of the top-rated League One strikers in the game. Macaulay Bond, Cameron Burgess, and Raheem Harper, Rossi.
Yeah, I'll pick out, Pigott. He's got good standout stats of strength and stamina for him. He also got a long shot taker trait, which I haven't seen him do much, but we'll see if he can do it in the game. Wes Burns, the obvious thing is pace, 91 pace, unbelievable. Speed dribbler trait as well. I'm sure a lot of people are going to, the word is overkill that. They'll use that a lot, I think. And then Macaulay Bond, 5-star weak foot. And we mentioned off air, he's done that already in real life. And on the game, if you want to score left and right, he'll be the man. He's actually gone up by 2 stars this year. Last season at QPR, he was 65, so gone up to 67. So that's good to see. Harper, just overall decent player on the game. I think he'll be a player that a lot of players will enjoy to use in FIFA career mode because I'm sure he will jump up. And Coulson, he's on loan, unfortunately. He's a player that I'm probably going to sign permanently on career mode because I think he's going to be a really good standout player. He's got early crosser and technical dribbler traits. So that's good to have as a fullback.
And as you say there, Bond with the weak foot rating. We have seen that, haven't we? In that belting goal he scored against MK Dons with his left foot. Unbelievable. So accurate there. It's in the game, as they say in EA Sports. So after 67, you've got a few on 66 there, haven't you? A lot actually on 66 in terms of the group. And you've got the aforementioned Mr. Burns with his pace, I think. Wolfenden, Hladky, I'll say that for you, Rossi. Sonny Aluko, Caden Jackson, Toto Enciala, and James Norwood. What do you make of that little group?
Yeah, one standout stat is with Aluko. He's got 90 agility, but then his stamina is 36. That is terrible. So I don't think you'll be starting him much in this game. I think he'll be someone to bring on the bench. But he's got a lot of traits, though. He's got finesse shot, long shot taker, playmaker, technical dribbler. And, of course, Aluko has had his history. I think he, once upon a time, had a 72, 73 card. So he's gone down a little bit. Caden Jackson, his pace is the obvious standout stat. He stayed the same from last year. And he's a rare silver card. So we've got a few rare silver, like Toto's got a rare silver card. James Norwood's gone down by 1. James Norwood was always basically our best player rating on the game. But now with the summer we've signed a lot of players. But he's gone down. But he's got a 4-star weak foot. So hopefully we'll score a lot of goals with him. And then Wolfie, he's gone up by 1 from last year, which is good to see. And then also Burgess, he's got a lot of traits: solid player, long passer, and power header. So once again, Burgess and Edmondson will be scoring a lot of corners of those. So look forward to that.
No ratings for hairy arse, I assume, in this game with Burgess.
No. But Toto has gone up by 1 again this year. And he's got 90 strength and has the dive into tackle trait. So he's going to be a beast on the game, as you say. For like Akinfenwa, that's where he got his name from because of that strength on FIFA.
Is it? Superb. Yeah. So who's faster then? You've obviously got Caden Jackson, who's known for being fast, and Burns, you've already mentioned, has got 91. Which one is the faster on the game?
I think both of them have got pretty much similar, I think rating. Rating. And I think you also bring in agility in that and balance into that. And I think Caden is just briefly edging it there, but they're both going to be very fast in the game.
Yeah, here you go. Actually, I'm just checking now while you're talking. The They're exactly the same. 91, Wes Burns and Caden Jackson. So there you go. And Aluko there, you mentioned the stamina. This must have been put together after his debut, surely.
Yeah,
but then debut.
Yeah, particular players have got not good stamina. We'll see this season if Luco can play a full 90 minutes. But on this game, for me, my players need to have stamina. I don't care if they're not quick. I don't mind about pace. I'm all about stamina. I want them to play the full 90. I don't want to sub them off.
Yeah.
So Scott Fraser, I'm sure, going to use a lot, as we mentioned earlier, 90 stamina. But Luco, 36, dearie me. I don't think that's going to improve because he's getting on now, isn't he?
Oh, he's ancient, mate. Absolutely. Yeah. What's he, 32? Bloody hell. Retiring.
Pretty much.
Let's do the rest of them then. You can give your thoughts. There's a few more just to get to. 65, there's a few players there. Matt Penny, KVY, 65. John Nolan, Thomas Holy on 65. 64 is Janoy Donation and your boy Miles Kenlock. And then 57, Idris El Mazouni, and 54, Bailey Clements. So Bailey Clements, I guess, is the worst rated Town player on the game. A few surprises there, Rossi. KVY only a 65.
Well, he's gone down by 1 from last year. He was a 6'6", but sadly last year he got a lot of injuries. And one trait he's got is injury prone, which is never good to have on the game because you just know he's going to get injured on the game. But he has got flair and speed dribbler. He's got 4-star weak foot as well because he can play left back. But yeah, maybe some people will be disappointed with that rating. But with the obvious last few years with injuries, I think it's not a surprise. But I think he'll grow in the game if you play him a lot. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. Matt Penny, overall decent card, 86 balance, which is good to see in the overall stats. John Nolan's also got injury-prone trait, which, it proves it in the last few years. But he's got dives into tackle, which is good. I like to see that. And other players you mentioned, Joy Donation, decent card overall. Miles Kenlock, I'm probably going to sell straight away. And then, as you mentioned, Bailey Clements, I think it's the first time he's been in the game, which probably for him, he's a young lad, so I'm sure he plays FIFA, so he's probably looking forward to playing as himself in the game. But, not a good card, and I don't think it will grow that much. But only other players there. Idris, not a great card, really, an average card, but that's what you're going to get for that youngster. But overall, Thomas Holy, he's got the trait. He rushes out a goal. And we've seen him do that. Well, we've seen him do that, and it's not gone well. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not like that. I don't like rushing out my goalkeeper. If I'm 1-on-1, I'm just going to try my best to save it. But in the game, I just don't want to rush out, and then someone's going to easily skill moves me and then gets through. And then that's really it. Really, I think that's pretty decent overall for Holy. But depends how much I'll use him because he is a big lad. He's got a long throw though, so if you want to quickly do a counter, long throw it, boom.
They don't have a rating for fumbleitis as a keeper because obviously Holy's got a bit of the dropsies, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll find out on the game soon.
A couple of players we've not mentioned who aren't actually in the game, I don't think yet. Tom Carroll and Louis Barry. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think these ratings so far is for the demo, for the beta. But in a few weeks' time, I'm sure they'll be put in the game, and then you can use them in your career modes and in your ultimate team and stuff. But I'm going to predict, I think they're probably going to be in their 60s. I think Louis Barry, last year he was like 62. He'll probably be similar because he hasn't played that many games. And then Tom Carroll will be a good solid 67, I think. Yeah. Around about that. So we'll find out if I'm right with those.
And how about the players that aren't at Town at the moment but are out on loan, the likes of Dobra and Simpson? Are they in the game? Do we know anything about them? Yeah,
so luckily they're a League 2 club. So Tyrese Simpson's in the game, Corian Darba's in the game, Dobra's in the game. Dobra's got 62. Simpson's the same as Clements. He's only 54, which is not great. And he's only got 90 strength. And I know he's a young lad. He's a big lad, but surely that should be 80 odd. But it's the first time I think he's been in the game, and I'm sure he'll grow. And Darba, he's gone up by 3. Decent card, he's 58. He's gone up by 3, as I said. And Dobra, gone up by 5. 91 agility, 90 balance. He's got a lot of traits, but he's only got 56 stamina, which needs to improve. But for a young lad, I'm sure that'll grow. But he'll be a player I think a lot of people will enjoy play with when he comes back from his loan, and I'm sure he'll grow. But yeah.
Now, obviously, the ratings are all kind of updated throughout the season, aren't they? Depending on how the actual players themselves are performing. So, who do you think is going to be the biggest riser in terms of Town players? Obviously, Edwards there. I think he was a 68. You look at him and go, well, he might end up in the 70s at the end of the season, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. With like Cremo, their potential, but that's not out at the moment. But I'm sure people will get informed cards and all that. I think, yeah, definitely Edwards will go up. I think Raheem Harper will definitely go up. Chaplin may go up by a few. I think maybe Selena, you never know, may go up by one or two more. Then Wolfie may go up as well. And then some of the youngsters, as we mentioned, I think Idris and Dobra will go up. And there'll be a few players that will go up by one or two here and there. But I think those are the standout ones. Burgess Emerson, they may go up by a few. They may get to the 70s odd. As I said, in Karima, they're potential. So there'll be some who, like Selena, he may have like an 80 potential. So we may eventually, after a few years, if you do sign him permanently on FIFA, then you'd have an 80 rated player. So and Coulson, I think Coulson will go up as well. But unfortunately, those benches players they're loanees. So if you want to sign them permanently, they may be a bit expensive. But we got the money now. We've got the American owners. They'll splash the cash for you.
Yeah, and you were saying before we started recording, this is the first kind of FIFA version that you've been looking forward to properly as a Town fan for a long time.
Yeah, I think this will be the first like transfer window on, say, career mode. You won't need to buy any players because you pretty much got a set team. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to actually have players that you normally have to sign. Like, I'm looking forward to play with Carl Edwards and Connor Chaplin and those sort of players. Macaulay Bonne, I think that'll be exciting. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure a lot of Town fans are as well, because I know a lot always have to go, oh, I've got to sign this player, And we normally don't have much of a budget on the game. But now you've got your set team. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Bit more advertising for Ed Sheeran as well. I assume the sponsor will be in the game, so that'll be in millions of homes around the world. Fantastic. The game is out a week on Friday, isn't it? October the 1st. Is that when it comes out? So fingers crossed, Rossi. Obviously, you'll be there getting it. We'll try and bring everyone, the KOA Army and everyone who watches this stuff, a first look, and then maybe a little peek through behind the curtain at your season. Maybe do some simulations as well. So yeah, exciting times, isn't it, Rossi?
Yeah, I'm excited. This is this time of year. I'm always looking forward to it. Last year we had a bit of a wait because of COVID and everything, but this year is we knew it was going to be around the corner, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Before I used to go to the shop and wait for it, but now it's always about Argos, click and collect. Boom, here we go.
There you go then. That's your guide to the Ipswich Town FIFA ratings. Burson Selena, the top rated player. Who knows how that will change over the season. Follow it with us. Follow it with Rossi next week when we get our hands on the game for a first look. Enjoy the game. Enjoy playing it. And we'll speak to you next time.